Hello everyone, and welcome to So Many Games at a Time. My name is Joachim, and welcome to the Endless Winter Paleoamericans expansion module extravaganza. Although I have to say, one module didn't make it to the game, sadly, and that is the Ice Glacier tokens thing. I forgot the name. The glacier tokens, yeah. But the simple fact that there's only one glacier. So I thought it was a bit silly to put it in there with one, because some of the expansions have, well, one of the expansions has a specific glacier token you have to add, but then of course it would just be that one. So it's kind of stupid. So anyway, I played solo once, and now I decided to do it again, but then with all of it in there, like literally everything in there. Well, not everything in there, because of course the glacier tokens, but also these cards. Some of them are not in there because there's like 3 options, so I cannot put them all out. Okay, they're all new compared to my previous playthrough, so that's something already. But you can see in the top right corner already, these 4 are from a specific expansion. This one is from a different expansion. So, you know. All right, so where to begin? I'm going to begin with the small ones. I'll just explain what they do very quickly, and then we'll move on from there. First one is this guy here, the Mammoth, right? So the Mammoth, he started the game, he'll start on the side, and what he does is, whenever, well, how you move him is, whenever you have a move camp ability, then you can move the Mammoth instead, okay, instead of one of your camps. So what is the advantage of that? Well, first of all, you can see his base is round, right? So he's not going to stand like this. He's going to always stand in a junction. So he's going to affect all the tiles around him, and he's going to put influence there. So he moves like this, and he can also touch the main tiles in the middle. That's okay. Normally a village could not do that, but he can. And why is he so good? Well, in the first round, he will have an influence of 1 hexes on the hexes around him. Second round 2, second round 3. So he's gonna be like a neutral player, right? Now that doesn't sound too good, but the good thing is, if you manage to have the equal amount of influence as him or more, you will get double the rewards of the tile. So as long as you can have more influence than him, then you can have double rewards, which could be very interesting, especially for these megaliths or even the torches, which I'll explain later. So that's basically it. When the solo player wants to build a village, but he cannot, normally you flip a card and then the 2 inner camps move. So let's say the Mammoth is here, and the Nomad relocated his 2 camps here. Then you're going to draw a line from the middle of them through the middle part, this is the middle tile, all the way to that one, and move him there. So it doesn't matter where he is, he'll just jump to that spot. So basically far away from them, so he doesn't compete with them. Yeah, so that's what would happen. All right, so that is the Mammoth miniature. So next one is the Ceremonial Grounds module, which are these 4 cards. So normally you would have 2 cards, well, the amount of cards plus 1, depending on the amount of players, and they would be put out. But because of the Nomad, there's actually 4 of them, because there's 4 rounds. During the eclipse phase of the Nomad, he will always remove 1 and then get 5 points. Unless I take 1, if I take 1, then they will all disappear, and then his 5 points and so on will stop. Now, what happens with these ones? Normally during the game, you can bury cards and put them under your card, right? The moment you take one of these cards, then you will score what it says, and you are no longer allowed to bury. So you put this card, put it on top of your burial card, and that's it. No more burying. Of course, you can try to bury as much as you can before getting one of these cards. So how do you get these? At the end of your eclipse phase, you can just decide to take 1. And you also decide not to take 1. But remember, when you do take 1, then you can no longer bury any cards. Any burial actions that happen later, like here, you would just ignore them, okay? All right, so that's how that works, Ceremonial Grounds. What do they do? For example, Storm Worship, you get 2 points for each megalith of your color on the board here, stacked or not. The volcano worship says gain 3 points for each different type of tipped animal you have. So you have to kill as many different ones as possible. The earth worship, I think it's easy. For each tent and each village you have on the board, you will get 1 point. And then sun worship is for each tool and each food you have will get 1 point. Okay, of course you could quickly do this if you max out. 15 points could be nice. But then if it's the last round and he took 3, then they cancel each other out. So whatever. All right. Next up is the Canine Familiars. You have these 3 here. Basically what you can do is once you do a rest phase, instead of drawing a card, you can choose to draw one of these to your hand. You can see they have different things. There's only one thing that they all have in common. During the eclipse, they give you 1 point. The other stuff is when you go migrate, he will give you 1 in total labor and 1 tool. They all give you 1 tool and they all give you 1 total labor if you use them for their specific actions. Okay, that's basically what they do. Nomad ignores the Canine Familiars. They don't care. He or she doesn't care about those cards. Then I have 2 promo cards, the Yeti promo and the Squirrel and Nut promo. Now, I don't know if you can see it that well, but it's the squirrel from Ice Age. So the Yeti promo is shuffled in the bottom half of the deck, and when it comes out, it's not worth any points. You cannot tip it or anything. Instead, during the eclipse, when you finish resolving the tribe cards, so these cards, right, or these cards, then you can score 1 point for each sacred stone you have. So basically the Yeti, when you take it, just gives you points for your sacred stones once it comes out. But of course, because it's in the bottom half, it's going to be quite slow to come out in a 2-player game. I think in a 5-player game, for example, it'll come out real quickly, maybe, and then it could be more worthwhile. But it's in the game anyway. Then the Squirrel and Nut promo, you have the squirrel, which is in the top half, and the nut, which is in the bottom half. And with the squirrel, it has no tip ability, but when it's the eclipse phase, it has an ability. It can place you can place the top 2 cards of the animal deck here and then draw a card. I think we'll choose a card. Then we'll see when it comes out. The nut promo gives you points. If you manage to have the squirrel and the nut, you'll have more points. If you don't, you have negative points. I think how many points? 8 points if you have them both. If you don't have the squirrel, you lose 5 points. And the nomad will only choose the squirrel or the nut if there's no other option. But if he has one of those or both of them, they will score 5 points each. Then we have the Aurora Borealis. Now the Aurora Borealis is at the bottom of my draw deck. That's where you have to put it. Here we go. This is my clan. There are other clans, of course, other tribes. This is the Bison Aurora. So if I discard one of my culture cards in my hand, I can move up the idle track twice. Or if I use it during the eclipse, I can just take one of these cards. It's pretty powerful. And because of that, they say that you either play on hard mode against the Nomad or give the Nomad 10 points, because the Nomad doesn't care about this card. Okay, so also you can do this, you can see the top action as many times as I want. So if I have like 4 of these cards, I can do 2 idle, 2 idle, 2 idle, 2 idle, 2 idle. So really ramp up and of course maximize my points. So this goes to the bottom of my draw deck, so it'll be a while before I manage to actually draw it. That's the Aurora Borealis. And I'll show you the other ones as well. For example, the Lion Aurora, if you remove it, when you tip an animal, instead of tipping it and getting the rewards, you can just reveal 2 animals and take one. And then during the eclipse, you'll top deck and kill an animal if you want, tip it. The Wolf Aurora, I like this. You can move 2 tents and then move 2 tents twice. No, choose one of the 2, I guess. Whenever you resolve a move 1 camp or move 2 camps effects, repeat that effect a second time. Okay. So whenever you do that action, you do it again. Okay, that's cool. And then during the eclipse, you can place 1 camp and move a camp twice. And then Bear Aurora, it's when you are when you do the action of burying, you can actually just take a card, and during Eclipse you can bury 3 cards. So the Aurora card, when it comes out, you place it face up on your player board, and I guess it's not discarded then. Oh no, it's discarded at the end of the turn. Okay. Alright. But you can use it as much as you want. Okay. But of course, if you use it that way, then your Eclipse ability will not happen. Alright, so that is the Aurora Borealis. Then that's it for the small ones. Then let's go to the slightly bigger ones. Let's do this one first, which is the Ancestors expansion. So first of all, they introduced a bunch of new tribe cards, which I put here. The only one that's not in here is the Healer, because I replaced it with the Painter. Yeah. But for example, we do have the Napper. And you can see the difference here. If you go to this action, he will allow you to spend 1 labor to take one of these cards and put it in the discard pile, and Eclipse to food and 1 point. So basically they all give like different types of actions. If you go to the same spot, 1 labor can give you 2 tools, Eclipse 1 tool and 1 point. The Trailblazer, you can spend 1 labor to place a camp and move a camp. Eclipse, move a camp and get 1 point. The Tracker, if you go hunting, you can spend 1 labor to reveal an animal and take an animal. And Eclipse, you can tip an animal and get 1 point. The Painter, you can get half of a labor, so it basically becomes 2 and 1 food. And if in Eclipse, you can activate part of your board that I'll explain later. But that has nothing to do with the Ancestors expansion, of course. The Healer herself is actually quite powerful. The Healer who is normally here, because if you spend 1 food, you have 1 idle and half a labor, so it goes up to 2. And then at the end of the during the Eclipse, you can activate one of the cards. One of the cards you played during the Eclipse twice. Yeah. So for example, if it's Eclipse and you played the Brave, then you can actually double this and get 2 tools if you also play the Healer. But the Healer is not in the game. Okay. I replaced all the animals with the new animals. You can see them here, 60 animal cards. And the biggest difference is these do not give you points at the end of the game. These give you benefits during the Eclipse. So for example, the Giant Beaver, during the Eclipse, if you have 1, you get 1 food. If you have 2 of them, you get food and a point. If you have 4 of them, it's food, a point, a tool, and 2 points. And they're all like that. Of course, for the Nomad, they will still score them as usual, and they will not use the Eclipse bonuses. They will not do that. They'll just see them as points. And of course, you have a bunch of other stuff in there. And then you have some special culture cards, and I think it is this one. It's an example. You have Prosperity and Strife. Now this is Prosperity because it's blue. The Strife ones are in Act 2. What do they do? Basically, whoever has the card does the top action. In this case, is draw 2 top deck animals, and then everybody else can follow for free. For example, they can then top deck 1 card as well. Now, Strife, of course, is going to be the opposite. That means well, not the opposite. You get to do something, and everybody else can follow you, but they lose 2 points when they do. So it's like, should they follow, should they not follow? For example, here in encampments, place 2 camps, move twice. Everybody else can place 2 camps, which is actually also really good. Makes you think twice of actually doing it. Maybe it's because they're quite powerful, those cards. That would make sense. Okay, so I'll double check just in case to make sure for the Ancestors. Yeah, they don't score anything in the Eclipse phase. No. Then the Chief cards, there's a bunch of new Chiefs, but you cannot mix and match. So if you play, you either take all the Chiefs from this expansion or all the Chiefs from the original game. Otherwise, you don't. So in this case, I have Chief Looking Hand, and his ability is spend 1 tool and 1 food to get one of these cards and bury something. The other side was discard 2 cards to get one of these in my hand and bury a card. So I chose this side. So that's one of them as well. And then that's it. I'll put this here for now. We're not done yet. There's still 2 expansions that we haven't talked about yet. Okay. Another one is here. the Rivers and Rafts expansion. Okay, so in the Rivers and Rafts, you of course see the big river in the middle, and then you have here the headwaters and the delta. So what is the difference? First of all, a river tile can be two things, so I'll just show you. This of course is a landmark, and because I like the landmarks, I decided to play with 3 of them. The other side is a glacier, so you can actually play with more glaciers than landmarks, because more landmarks complicate the game more, of course, but they look so cool. So yeah, there's 5 landmarks. I chose 3, and they're here at the top. Okay, so what do these landmarks do? First of all, here, if you have a, well, I'll talk about them later on. First of all, when you place a camp, you place it on your base camp. Now you can see my base camp is here. You can choose to put it anywhere you want. The Nomad does not place any base camp. So every time you place a camp, it's gonna go there. You have your raft. It doesn't look like, it looks like a canoe, but they call it a raft. The raft functions as a camp as well. So if you have 2 tents here and a raft, you could build something here if you wanted to. Okay, so if you move your raft, you move it when you move a camp. So if you have a move camp action, like you see here, you could decide to move your raft. Now, if you go down river, you can go as far as you want. So honestly, you can immediately go like, boom, done. Or, but another way, let's say you want to go upstream, then moving camp 1 spot only moves you up 1 tile. So you can go back upstream if you want to. All right. So building villages, you cannot build a village on the following places. This is around the headwaters, delta are starting base tiles. So obviously I cannot build it here, here, or here. I cannot build it here, 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 or here because of the headwater, and here. I cannot build it here, 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 or here because of the delta. But at this time, I can build it in the middle, which you normally could not do. All right. Then during the eclipse phase, because you can see there's a lot of eclipse phase here stuff as well. If you have the highest or you tie of influence on the tiles with the fish, you will just take a fish token, reveal it, get the benefits, and put it back there face up. If there's a specific tile with a fish that has like some arrows on it, that means that you will put everything face down, shuffle it, and put it back out. So actually, I would suggest you just have a bag. That would be much easier than putting it like this. But I don't have a bag handy. I used my last bag for Brazil. I have to order some new ones, maybe on BGG store. They have some nice ones there. No, I'm not sponsored. Okay, so that is building the villages and then the rafts. So here you have 2 things. During the eclipse phase, whoever is closest will score points. Okay, so you gain 1 point for your raft if you're closest. Let's say it's like this. I'm closest, so I get 1 point. And then I get 1 point for each of my camps that are on a river tile. You can see the river tile here. But if it's like this, I don't score anything. Okay, if it's like this, we both score. So the nomad will also score in the same way. All right. Okay. So what do the landmarks do? You have the volcano here. You will score 1 point for each of your camps that are still on your board. So if I had a camp here and the highest influence, I would score 4 points. Okay. So then this one is the Butte. So B-U-T-T-E. You can see it there. You score 1 point for each of the middle 7 hexes of the terrain board that has at least one of your camps on it. So if you're in the middle here and you have camps on it, you will score points. Then we have the tree. You score 2 points for each village you have that is touching at least 1 river hex. Okay, so for each village, so not the camps, but the village. So if it's like this, this would give me 1 point, 2 points. Okay, because it touches. All right, then we also have the arch, which is not here. Score 1 point for each of the 12 outer hexes that has at least one of your camp on it. So this is the opposite of the Butte. And the monolith, you score 1 point for each camp you have on this hex. So the monolith is kind of funny. Let's say this was the monolith, then you get points for gathering all your camps. I mean, it's kind of funny. I think it's something good if you've already put all your villages out, then it's worth going there. Okay, I guess these landmarks make it more interesting because in the original game, when I played first time, I put all my camps out, my villages out, and then the only way that I used my camps was to either get influence or stop the nomad from getting influences. So the fish I explained. There's also a stellar sea cow in here that if you tip it, you can take 2 fish and reveal and get it. And it gives you points if you have 2, just like a mammoth, like 5 points for 2. Then you have the warrior tribe cards, which I didn't add. They allow you during eclipse to move a camp, but also move somebody else's camp once. And also when you go here, they'll give you a tool. And then we have the Sacred Stone, which has to be in the game, which is this one here. And that means gain 2 points for each of your villages that touches at least 1 landmark hex. So 2 points. So if you are here, here, and here, you get a maximum of 6 points. Okay. Not that interesting, I think. Just 6 points maximum. I don't know. I like these especially. All right. So how does the nomad deal with this expansion? First of all, whenever he builds a village or relocate a camp section, he will move his raft 1 spot down. Okay, whenever he builds, he moves 1 spot down. And during the preparation, and that's for everybody, when the 3 turns are over, all the rafts will go back to headwaters. Okay, always. So even if you're here during eclipse, whatever, doesn't matter, you always go back to headwaters. Whenever he also sees his raft as a camp, that's normal. He also scores normal points if he's closest. If he has the most influence, if he has the most influence on a landmark, he scores 5 points instead of the normal requirement, which is crazy, I think. And then he can gain fish as well. Okay. Then the next one, the last expansion. Because you probably already noticed that he starts with 35 points. Remember, the 10 points is because I play with the Borealis thing. Cave expansion gives him another 25. I'll explain why. So the cave expansion, of course, has all the drawing here, as you can see. So we also have a new board here, a new action. First of all, you can see this chieftain here. They say use another player's piece to block the bottom spot if you play solo. Of course, if you play with more people, it'll be open to play. But this is blocked because Nomad does not play with this. He doesn't have a board to draw on. So he's going to always ignore this because it does really nothing for him. So even if some of the other spots are taken, I think with this, there's always going to be at least 1 open for him to take no matter what. And if it's not, he's still not going to go here because, like I said, it's useless. So how does this work specifically? So I'll put it here to explain. First of all, you have 2 sides. You have your own animal, and I colored in the head because that's what they suggest, because once you start drawing, you will never draw the head. Otherwise, you have a headless body, which is weird. The other side is the mammoth. That's the same for everybody, but if you use your own animal, it is different from everybody's, asymmetric. So you take your person, you go there, and then you get to draw. Now, the drawing, you can see the cost here. If it is a black one, then you have to pay 1 labor and 1 tool. If it's red, 1 labor, 1 food. If it is cyan, it is 2 labor. Okay. Now that seems quite expensive, but as usual, you can do as many times as possible. But during the game, if you gain torches, you can see here a torch. I'm sure, wasn't there a torch here somewhere that I saw? No, I didn't see a torch. Anyway, there's ways of getting torches. If you get a torch, it's basically a discount. You can either use your torch to get an idol or use your torch to get a discount. And that means if you have a torch, you cross out the bottom left labor. If you get another one, second one, another one, the third one, and then the whole left column will be crossed out. So everything will be cheaper. Now, you cannot cross out the right column. Okay, so you will always have to pay something. And also, if, let's say, you cross out all the black ones, or you don't want to cross out a black one, you can always go pay 1 tool and decide to cross out a red or a cyan. Or if you want to cross out a cyan, but you don't have labor, but you do have food, you can pay food and then cross out a cyan. Okay, so you can go down as well. If, for some reason you do not want to use your torch for a discount, you can just do an idol. Okay. All right. So that is how you do this. Then you only cross out the spots that you've done. Okay. You don't draw any lines. Just cross out the spot. Then you go down, and here you draw as many lines as you will. Well, you connect dots for as many as you want to. Okay. And also, many of these games normally say like, oh, you start here and you must continue. No, you can cross out any dots anywhere you want. You can draw lines anywhere you want as long as you have 2 dots that are connected. There's no start point, there's no finish point, whatever. You can end up with half a body and 1 leg. You know, that's totally fine. I mean, points wise, you could probably do better, but anyway. All right, so let's talk about points. Yes, points wise. How do you score points? How do you get all the benefits? For example, here you have a megalith and 2 tools. How do you get it? You get it by having it completely surrounded. If it is completely boxed in, you get it and you cross it out. Here, boxed in, you get a culture card and one of these guys, tribe members. This one, boxed in, you get top deck animal, and you maximize you completely fill up your food limit. This one boxed in, you immediately activate one of your stones and score points and cross it out. So all these are crossed out. The bottom ones, however, they are not crossed out. They are activated during the eclipse. So if you box this one and there's an eclipse, then you will be able to bury something. Here you'll get an idol, 2 food. Here you get a tool, place a camp, move a camp twice. Color out a red one, and then draw lines. I think the 2 lines, does it mean 2 lines? Yeah, just you can draw 2 lines. So you cannot just draw lines whenever you want to, okay? You need to have a action to do it. So of course, if you go here, it says 1, 2, 3, but it says any number of lines, all right? So I don't think it should really be a problem. So how do you score points? Well, I should also tell you, you have this icon, which is also here with the painter, right? The painter, if the painter goes there, you get 2 labor and 1 food. And in eclipse, this means immediately gain the benefit of one of your completely surrounded leg areas of your painting. So leg areas, okay? So then you don't have to wait for the eclipse, you can get immediately. And once again, the bottom ones, you do not cross them out. You will keep getting them every eclipse. The top ones, you get them once. All right. And then final scoring, you see the dotted line on the outside, right? Okay, so depending on how long continuously it is, those are the amount of points you get. So if I manage to do all the top ones here until here, we were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. If I do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, I'm only gonna have 3 points. It's the longest one. Okay, has to be continuous, cannot be broken. All right. So once again, the nomad, they do not draw anything. They get 25 points, and whenever they get anything, for example, when he gets a torch, they take 1 idol instead. And then whenever the megalith boards gives a bonus to the nomad to do with here, the bottom space here, then the nomad will just get a idol as well. So the idols will probably ramp up. I think that's everything. Yes, I do believe so. So there is a lot going on. I mean, if I remember everything, I'm going to be shocked. I'm going to try to remember everything, obviously. And you can see space-wise, it is bonkers because, yeah, I'm going to have to edit and zoom in a lot, I guess. But you won't notice. I'm going to have to refer to the rules quite a bit as well, I'm afraid. All right. So, good thing is, I don't have to start a game because they will start a game. I also show you, this is what I started with. So I got 3 tools, 2 food. I got one of these, a napper, which is in my starting hand, I believe. Yeah. And then also got a cave lion, which basically during the eclipse, the cave lion will give me 1 food. Or I can just tip him and then get 1 of these cards, which is nice, and 1 food. Okay, so We will see. Later on, he can also give me 1 point, a tool, and 2 points, which seems to be very common because it's the same. Rewards are the same. Rewards are the same. Okay. I wonder if it's the same with every animal. That would kind of be sad. It seems like these are way better to tip than to collect because they don't give you that many points. Maybe. I guess. I don't know. Depends. Alright, so let's just start the game. So this, you chose this setup, but it's always moving around. So maybe it's not the best setup. Alright, so try to remember everything, but luckily I'm not starting the game. The Nomad is. So let's see. First card. I think I've done everything. I think I have. Okay. There we go. Alright, so he's going to go to the left, which is initiate. So block that spot. And he will get a megalith immediately. And then to decide where he goes, you have to start on a starting place. So I will check the arrow, which is to the left. So he's going to start here. And then, of course, immediately place a second one. And that will be upwards. So he's going to gain 2 food. There we go. And like I said, it's always moving. And then he's going to bury a card. Now, normally, last time, I had the burial card on top of this, but it doesn't really matter. You know, I know these are his buried cards. I don't want to really put it there because I have to always shuffle everything or put it or mess around. It takes time. It's not worth it. If you know it's your bury thing, then you don't really need that card, if you ask me, because it'll just take time away putting it underneath. All right, so my turn. Right. So these are my cards. First of all, I get to play a culture card, but I don't have one, right? So culture card is kind of useless in the beginning. And then next step, of course, is play a figure and perform actions. I have 3 tools. I have 3 food, so that's kind of good. So where am I going to go? Something that requires food or tools. I'm going to go here, so I can immediately put something there, which I think I would love. So do I have anything that gives me a bonus with mountains? No. So I'm going to go here. Anyway, I'm going to decide. So I do like the tribeswoman. I do like the brave guy because they can give me a ton of labor, but I don't think I need that much. Putting a camp down costs tools, so I can spend 2 tools already. 1, 2 to put 2 camps down. So they'll join this camp here. And then in order to have enough, I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4 labor. And I have these 2 useless people. But if I use these 2 together, it's 3, 4. It's already enough. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my tribeswoman and my brave. So 1.5 is 3, plus 1 is 4. And tribeswoman also allows me to spend 1. No, I'm not going to do that. I need to keep my food. So I'll just do that. This gives me enough. Okay, so I can't put it here because that's where my drawing board is. I'll put it here for now. These have been played. So I have 3. 1, 2, 3 labor. I only have 3 actually. So 3. 1, 2, 3. And I need 1 more. So I'll use a tribesman. Yeah, 1. No, I do have 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it says 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, they're all in position. Perfect. And then I can move down. Spend 3 food and place a village right here. So these 3 go away. There we go. So the villages would have been good next to a river, but I like the food, I like the torch, I like the megalith. Those are all worth much more to me than getting the 2 points at this point. Okay, And then I go down and I can place and move a camp. So I can place a camp, and then if I want to, I can actually move my ship, my raft, which is what I'm going to do. I'll put it here. Yeah, or put it here, because if I put another village here, let's see. I'll just put it there for now. Or maybe not. I'm not going to move him because he can go as far as he wants. But then if it's going to be eclipse, yeah, I do want to put it here because I want to have a fish. And most likely he will not get to there till then, I hope. Okay, so discard played cards. These go away. And then it is back to him. His turn. So flip a card. Alright, now he is going to the mountains, but I'm already there. So that means he's going to the right. So he's going to go hunting. So hunting means he builds. So flips a card because he cannot build at the moment. He flips a card, and because he can't build, the middle two change position. So this one goes here. And I think now the mammoth moves, right? He just moved to here. So then the mammoth would be here and then go boom, 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 boom and stop here. Luckily, he only has one influence, so he won't stop me. And also, it will double my stuff, which is awesome at this point. And also, because they're building, didn't it have an effect also with the rivers and rafts? Yeah, before performing any steps, move the nomad space one down river. This could have potentially, because they were here, right? Moving him down could have potentially given the option to build something, but it didn't in this case, so it's fine. Then he buries a card. There we go. No. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. So he's hunting, yeah? So he reveals an animal and takes an animal. So at the moment he only has the beaver, so that's the beaver that he'll be taking. So once again, he doesn't look at the value, he just tries to collect 4. That's it. And then he reveals an animal and takes an animal. There's none of these that he wants, so he's going to look at the arrow, right top, so he takes a terror bird. Terror bird. And you can see the horse that came out is really good for drawing, because you get food. If you kill it, you get food, a torch. You get to cross out a red spot and then draw 2 lines. Okay, so that's done for him. Right, 3. Back to me. So, I have my village. I should either paint, but I don't have a lot of resources, or I should go and recruit, but I don't have a lot of stuff as well, because, although develop is it, yeah? So in develop I can get tools, but that's not really what I want, is it? I could get one of those tiles, but at the moment none of them are really worth it. I mean, this would give me 2 points, and this would also give me 2 points. It would give me some more stuff, but it's still kind of weak, all of it. I don't know. Because if I go there, I would spend all my cards. But then I could potentially rest. Because if I rest, I could, instead of drawing a card, I could take one of the dogs in my hand, which would make me stronger for the last turn. And I'd also be able to take a rest token. I actually forgot to talk about the rest tokens. Okay. So another option when I rest is that I could get a token. So apparently I did it wrong. You're supposed to stack all of these and reveal the top rest token. I just take one of those. And then if I rest, I could take that token or flip it over to the bottom and take the new one blindly. Now, I haven't looked at these tokens, so I don't know what's on them. So this is basically take one in your hand. So if I rest, I could actually take one of these in my hand and take one of the dogs, one of the canine companions, and also could kill my cave lion. But I'm not gonna do that yet. Maybe I should though. I think I might kill him. That sounds really good actually. What does a nomad do with these rest cards? I think probably nothing. With these rest tokens, I mean. Yeah, he ignores it. I think I'm gonna rest. So I'm gonna take my guy. Where's my guy? Here's my guy. He's gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna take this token. I will take it. I will choose one of those guys. So what I want to do is, I kind of want to have more dominance there because eclipse-wise it's pretty sweet. But I want to paint as well. So the painter is quite good. Well, it's actually just a little. She's okay. Tracker is really nice. That should be here. Well, I could do another napper, but it's not really worth it. Trailblazer, storyteller. I think I'm gonna go for the painter. There we go. And then instead of drawing a card from here, I think I'm gonna get a doggy. So I already took a painter, but there's no dog that gives me a bonus there. So I think maybe don't take the paint. Maybe don't take the paint, but take... I'm so sad that this one doesn't give me anything extra. Maybe the Trailblazer. And then if I do the Trailblazer, I could get the Navigator, which gives me more tools to put down more caps. Okay, so I'll take this one and this one in my hand. And then I can also tip my cave lion, which I'm going to do. So he's sadly now deceased. Gives me 1 food and allows me to take one of these cards. So I like the red clay paint a lot. So bone pigments is good as well. Torchlight just gives me stuff. Herding is really nice. But I'm gonna go for horsehair brushes. So discard a card and you can do all that for free. So I'll take this into my hand as well. And that's my resting phase, right? So that's all done then. Yep. I guess we should reveal this one. Oh, that would have been better. I was not supposed to reveal this, and this goes to the bottom. So I'm gonna blindly shuffle everything. Put them back here. So, not that it matters, because he's never gonna take it, but anyway. So, alright, back to him then, his final turn. He's gonna go here, but he's not. He's actually gonna go here with his chieftain. So there we go. And that means he has one of these. And it means to the right. But then to the right is basically both of these, I guess. And then the bottom one. So I guess he goes here to food. He gets 2 food. Then he buries a card. And then he builds. Should be interesting. Before you build, he moves forward, but he still doesn't have a triangle. So it'll be the insides moving. Yes, so these now go to the left. So one is here with him, and one is here next to the main. Okay, so honestly, it still doesn't happen. And because this didn't happen, this guy will start stomping again. So boom, 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 all the way to here. Okay. Right. So then he buries another card. Out there burying people. And that is his final turn. So now it's my final turn. So I'm going to place someone. Also, it means he will have half labor for the eclipse. So I know 100% sure I'm already going to have the eclipse. And I also know if I leave my companion, if I leave my trailblazer, if I leave my napper, then all these things will happen during the eclipse phase. So I will be able to move a camp, get a point. I'll be able to basically get 3 points, and a tool and so on. But I could also use them just right now. Horsehair brushes are useless. Like they have no use at this point. I will keep them in my hand, but I can't use them for the action now. I could also put them up for my eclipse phase, but they will also do nothing. It's more like a bluffing thing. Alright, so what do I have? These two I can use for sure, so that'll give me 2 labor. And then these 3 will give me mostly with the camps. So I said I wanted to do a lot of that. So give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 labor. 5 labor will get me to move 5 times, which is pretty nice. And I also get 1 tool. Potentially even more tools if I use those special actions. But I don't have food to build anything. So maybe, but of course I could just spread out to like if I manage, because he's not going to move. Actually, I can move him. Like here. I can move him, yeah. To get me double stuff. I think that's where I'm going to end up going. Yeah. I think so. Or maybe get some points. Okay, I think I'll just go. But I'm just doing 1 action though. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. If I go there, this gives me 1 card. And then 1 tile. If I go paint, I think I'm just going to focus on what I was originally going to do. Take advantage of the mammoth. But then those are points. Points are really necessary because I have 0 points. He has 35. Because I want to have another one around here. If I put one here, then for sure I will be able to get the points there. I'm going to go here. So that means 1, I'm going to spend all of them because I don't need to, well, we'll see. 1, I only need to spend 3, I guess. Yeah. So 1, 2, and then whichever, the dog I'm going to keep for my eclipse. So 1, 2, and then the napper is 3. And if I use a trailblazer as well, I'll have 4, but then I can use the napper's ability to get 2 tools, which I'm going to do. Or maybe I should keep the napper for more movement there. I've already got the points there anyway. Napper allowing me to move 1 spot doesn't really do much when I'm there. So I'm just going to use it. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, but one of them is used for 2 tools. There we go. And then the other 3 are used to get one of these cards. I think it'll be red clay paint. Yeah. Really going for the paint. Alright, so yeah, that's done. Then I go down, I can spend 1 tool and 1 food. So all these have been played, so they can go away. 1 tool and 1 food to get one of these tiles. So this is for every torch 2 points, but it's not giving me anything now. These 2 will, and I think I'm better off with this because if for some reason he builds here, I can still build there, and then I'll still have both. So this one. And then I can also immediately bury. So I'll bury one of those tribesmen. Done. There we go. And that is the end of my turn. But then I have to do my pile. So this is in my pile together with the guy. So then we go over the Eclipse pile. So he has half of a labor. I have 1.5, 2. I have 2 labor. So obviously I win. So we change the new turn order. Means I can finally put my firsts down, and he will draw a card, but he doesn't draw a card. Instead, he will bury a card. Okay. Well, I should actually do it. Well, no. Yeah. And where am I going to put it? If I put it here, I can draw 2 cards, which is very, very good. And I'll be able to do this first, so I can build on top of it and score points. So I'll do this. I'll draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Altars and a tribesman. So that goes for later. Okay. Then receive benefits. Turn order track, we've done that. Eclipse pile cards. So we have my dog here. So it gives me a point. And then he's discarded. And then animal cards, yeah. Cave painting boards, I didn't do anything. Terrain tiles. So let's see. Let's start here. So because this is 2 influence, it's more than this, so I get 2 food. I get 1 torch, so I'm going to get rid of this, so it's cheaper. There we go. And I also get 1 of these. Now, can I put it on top because it's gray? I guess so. They don't say, it doesn't say it has to be a color, so I guess it's allowed. If I put it there, it'll give me 4 points and 1 point to him. Because it's the only one. Before I do it, I'll do him. So I can take a fish, draw a card, and food. So I'll draw a card. Tribesman, I get 1 food. Okay. Anything else that I can do? Not really. Alright, so yeah, I have to put it somewhere. Put it here and draw something. But is he going to get anything? He's not going to get anything, and I'm going to be first player. I just need to make sure that I somehow get to do that. Is there any way where I can force it to do it? Where for sure I'll be able to do it? Yeah, altars. Okay, so no worries. I can just use my color then. Alright, in that case, I'm going to do this. Might as well go here. Top deck an animal. Oh, no. No, I thought about doing this. Yeah, do this and then paste 1 here. So I get to do a cyan one and draw a line. But I don't think the line will really work. Unless, of course, I do it like here or whatever. I guess I'll do the cyan here. And then draw a line like this. There we go. Alright, so that's done. That's all for the terrain tiles for me, because I'm not interacting with any of the landmarks either. And then player board. So I scored 2 points because of this one. So I'm up to 3. Yeah. I get one tool, and I get to draw a card. So at any time I can actually use a lower reward, but I don't want to. So communal feasts. Okay, so I won't be able to play it though, potentially, but yeah. Okay, I think that's me done then. Yeah, I do think so. Oh, I can now choose any of these, but then I can no longer bury. If I don't, he'll get 5 points. But this point is not really worth it because this gives me 2 points. This gives me 3 points. This gives me 4 points, 5 if you add this one. This gives me 6 points. But that means I only buried 1 card. So if I finish second here, then I'm just going to get 3 points. So it's not really worth it. So he's going to take 1 away. Okay, so I'm done with my Eclipse phase. Then it's his turn. So I think he does the same stuff, right? So he already buried the card there. So that's done. Then terrain benefits, player board. Because he does not get any animal cards, is it? Oh, right. My Raft is the closest. So I get 1 point, and then 1 point for all the stuff here, but there's nothing there, so I just get 1 point. And then the Nomad does not because he's behind me. Okay, so it's terrain benefits now. So he's next to here. So he will get 1 point for each of the middle 7 hexes of the rainbow that has at least one of your camps in it. So he'll get 2 points. Yeah. Actually, no, he doesn't. He just scores 5 points because he's next to it. That's how he scores. So it's even worse. So 40. And then just see wherever he has the most. So here he gets an idol. Here he gets a point. 41. Here he gets nothing because I have more than him. Here he has the most, so he takes a fish. So let's take this one. He gets to top deck an animal. Short-faced bear. And then here he already got the points. That's it. Okay, and then his board. So nothing here, nothing here. He gets a tool. All right. So that's that phase done. Then it's preparation time. So put 1 here. So three tools. That's okay. And then place a camp, move a camp, and get food. And then he is going to take 1 away. But which one? Okay, normally this is right, this is left. So let's take a look at the card. Right side. So the Storm Worship is removed from the game. And he gets 5 points. Oh my god. And then we'll continue preparation. This stays the same. Everything else stays the same. We take our people back. I'll just put him here. Oh, this one doesn't go back. I draw 5 cards. So the Bison, Aurora, and the Tribesman. So I need to draw 3 more. I need to shuffle these. And then these tokens change as well because of it. The 2 Rafts go back. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's done. So now I'm first player. And boy, do I have a lot of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards. And 4 of those are culture cards. And I can play 1 culture card and then for free. And then, oh yeah, these have to be shuffled. I can play 1 culture card for free. And then the next one, I have to discard 1 card. And if I play another one, discard 1 card, and so on. Of course, I can use my Tribesman for that. If I want to play more than 1. So, which ones here are actually worth it? Of course, I like red clay paints because they would help me here at the bottom. And if I do horsehair brushes as well, that would mean that I could actually just do this whole stuff here and then maybe work towards this as well. So that would be nice. Altars is also nice, but then we're talking about having to discard 2 cards. Of course, the 2 would then be these 2. And then I would keep this for the rest of the move, which is not that fantastic. It's not that many cards. Well, 5 is how you start the game. But of course, it would be a boost here. I could just discard Communal Feast because I don't want this actually. I think I'll do it like that. So, if I do it this way, these are the discards, these two. So I can play these two as well. So let's say I do... Oh, but this is an extra discard. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'll do an extra discard then. I discard 3 cards to play 3. Okay, I spend 1 tool to do this. So that is going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4 points and 1 point for him. 4, 8. Well, for her actually. I'm playing against a woman. It's better for me to build here and then have way more points than just 4. That's too bad now. Okay, then I spend 1 food for the red clay paint, which is 2. Actually, I'm going to do 3 reds and 1 gray. So I could do 1, 2, 3. So I go 1, 2, 3. So that means I have 1 red left. And I can draw lines as many as I want. So it'll be like this. So I have 1 red left. I think I'll do this one. Well, this bonus doesn't seem really worth it because I've already almost done all my reds. So I think I'll go here because this bonus is pretty nice. This one is better. Yeah. For this one. Okay. Okay. So that's all of these done. Yeah. So all those are discarded. And then I get to place a figure with all these. Now the Bison Aurora, that basically tells me I can remove the ones that I just threw away for 2 idols. So I'm probably not going to use that this round. Should have planned a little bit better. But I can go wherever I want. So... Oh my goodness, I didn't play that well actually. Oh yeah, I need to check what the rest tokens do. So out preparation, you just flip the top. So this is actually interesting. It'll make cave painting cheaper. So where am I gonna go? Because with all the things that I've done now, okay, I've been able to draw all that, but that kind of left me hampered. If I do this, I can draw more cards, which is probably interesting. But then I need to pay the top 3, which is 3 labor, a tool, and food, which should be okay. Well, it's okay if I play these 3 in the painting area. That's really, yeah. Because then I have this, this one. So I will get 2 tools and 2 cards, basically. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to go here. So 3 labor. This one doesn't matter. Seems a bit of a waste, but whatever. So 3 labor. And then 1 tool and 1 food. So that's 1 cyan, 1 red, and 1 gray. So and then down we go. And then I get 2 tools and a megalith, which I will then put here so I can draw 2 cards. That is Brave and a Napper. Okay. And then I can draw lines, or I did the lines, but whatever. Okay, and that is the end of my turn. Those are discarded. Yeah. His turn now. Her turn, sorry. Okay, going hunting. So, hunting. So, reveal an animal, take an animal. So, it's going to be either... No, it's only going to be this one. Okay, so that's the second one. And then top deck, which is this one. So, move up a bit, guys. Move to the side a bit. There we go. And that's his first turn. Then it's mine again. So I have a napper, but the problem is with these guys, the ones that we have here, they don't give you bonuses for doing the action. They just allow you to spend more labor. But if you don't have a lot of labor to begin with, you're kind of hampered. So that's kind of annoying. Also, the ones that I have here, they're basically very different. If I go to here, migrate, I can get up to 1, 2.5, 3.5. So 3 basically. I do have 3 tools, but I don't have enough food. Hunting would have actually been good, especially for the horse and everything. I can still do it, but I won't get the top deck bonus. I think I might go hunting. I'm also not using my chief special ability. It's probably what I should do. I didn't do it last time. I forgot, actually. So, what am I going to do? How about I go hunting with my chief and then use his ability? Yeah. So I use my chief to go hunting. So I spend 1 tool and 1 food to get a painter in my hand, and to bury something, which will be a tribesman. So that's 2 down. And then I can try to spend some hunting stuff. So I'm going hunting with my brave and my navigator, because together they'll give me 2 labor. And the 2 labor will allow me to basically get 2 animals. And then I'll be able to kill one of them. But do I want to have 2 animals though? Do I want to have 2 animals? Yeah, because I need food. Yeah, so 2. And I spend all my tools. So then I will be taking the Hagerman horse and the dire wolf for the food. And then I go down, and then I tip the Hagerman horse to give me 1 food. It'll get me a torch and allow me to cross out a red one, which I think will be this one, because then I'm all out of reds. The reds are all done. Yeah. Because even with the bonus with being allowed to do a red, I can always do a cyan as well. So the bonus is kind of worth it. So that's all done. I was allowed to draw 2 lines actually. So 1 and 2. There we go. Yeah. So it's tipped. And that is the end of my turn. Okay. That's all done. So these cards remain in my hand. His turn. Her turn. They're going to initiate there. So that means they will take one of these and they will go to the right and bottom. So the right, I imagine, would be here or here, so it's going to be here. But they don't do this, so they just get an idle. So they go up a bit. And then they bury a card up. And then there's 2 Eclipse cards. Means 2 of these will go here. I'll put it here. So these will count towards her Eclipse score. So she might be trying to take the top position again later on. All right, then back to me. My final one. So I could rest, because resting also gets me a bunch of stuff. I could complete my stuff there. I could go paint, because that would give me 2. I think I might go painting. That would give me 3 labor. I won't be able to do any gray ones, but I will be able to do a lot of other stuff. So I'll go from here actually. I'll go paint, because this is 2. This is 3. Yep. And also get 1 food. Yeah. So 3 labor. I have 3 labor and 2 food. So I can do as much as I can. So 3 labor. So I can do 3 of these. Of course, these 3 look nice. These 3 look better. Although maybe not. 3 food. 3. I have 2 food as well, but so I can actually spend all my food and all my labor to cross out 5 cyans, or 1 red. So I can do this 1 for 1 food, and then I still have 3, potentially 4 actually. I can do 4. So 1. I'll be able to draw the lines anyway, so it doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's done. Then I move down and draw all the lines. Okay. That was pretty sweet. Of course, I don't get anything immediately, but during the eclipse, I will get a loss. Okay, so that's the end. I'm not putting any cards here. I could put my Bison Aurora there, but it makes no sense. So basically, I'm just giving it to them, to the Nomad player. So the Nomad player will become first. They will place another of these. And oh no, what am I doing? I'm giving it to them, but they still have a turn. It can become very costly for me actually. So they go and develop. They get 1 of the stones. So they look at the arrow, they'll take the left stone up. That goes here, and they're also allowed to bury. Then, and I have to pay for it though. So 1 food and 1 tool. And then they will take 1 of these cards. Once again, left top up. It goes to the top of their sacrifice deck. Then another one. So they need to pay. They can't afford it. Can they? Oh, they can. 2 food. Oh, no, they can't. They don't have a tool. So they can't afford it. So because they can't afford it, they will place another 1 of these. And it's this time to the left and up. So it's going to be here. So we'll top deck an animal, which is a Hagerman horse. So I need to put it somewhere. Move fish. There we go. So this one as well. Top deck another animal. Stellar sea cow. Great. Move fish. Alright, so really collecting a ton of animals there. Alright, so that's done. And then we check the eclipse. Of course they win. She wins because she has 1, 2.5. So she wins this. Sorry, I should keep it because this might be important. So she wins that. So she gets to place another one. Luckily for me, there's still no 4, and it goes still like this. So she gets a tool. And then we go to the terrain and then the board. So terrain-wise, actually nothing much changed because we didn't do anything there. So to get an idol, it goes up 1, gets a point, up, doesn't get this, and none of us moved even. Gets a fish, so let's take this one. So another idol and a tool. Here gets 5 points. 2, 3, and that's it. No. I guess we tie, but do we have to be? I think we have to be on the river to be able to get that point. Let me check. I don't know. I think you would have to be on here to be close to the delta. I mean, at this point, you're not even on the river yet, so I don't think that would count. It has nothing to do with the fact that he would get more points than me. Okay, so that's done. Then his player board, you will get an idol and a tool. From here, you get 2 points, and that's it. That's all for her. Then it's my turn, so I get to draw a card, which is a tribeswoman, and don't shuffle yet. Then it is the cards, but I didn't play anything. Animal cards, which is this one. I haven't killed him, so I get 1 food. Then the cave painting, that is a lot. So I get to bury 1, which of course will be a basic tribesman. So I have 3 of them now. So I think once I have 4, maybe I could think about getting one of these cards. Because they went first, they take 1 and they get 5 points. It's really 10 points that I've lost. Sheesh. Alright, anyway. So I buried 1, I get a tool. Then I could cross out a red one, or I guess cyan, and draw two lines. Now, that's not going to get me anything, but I'm going to do it here and then connect those two. Then I can also... Oh, there's no line. Oh, I should have... Okay, I'm going to draw a line here because I forgot, because I would have been able to anyway. Maybe it's cheating. If it is, I'm sorry if you feel that way, or whatever. So I can place 1 camp and then move a camp twice. So actually now I could actually move him forward and then still get something. So this one is now 2 influence, by the way. So I'm just going to go here as 1 movement, because I can go down as far as I want. And then I have 1 more movement. I guess I'll put some of my camps out. So I guess that'll be just down, I guess. Up. All right, so that's done. That whole area is done. So then terrain tiles. So I'll start from here. I get 2 food. I get a torch, so I'm maxed out on torches. I get to do this, but first I'm going to get a fish, which is 1 point and 1 food. I'm happy with that, can't complain. And then the megalith. So I'm not going to be first player, so I can't bank or hope on a megalith. So let's see, I can do this and draw 1. I think I want to do this. Yes, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna do this one, which allows me to cross out this one and then draw as many lines as I want. So hop, hop, Hup. So this is now full, so I max out my food, and I top deck an animal, which is a longhorn bison. I could place a camp, move a camp, and get 3 food if I kill it, and then the other stuff is the usual. Alright, so that's done. This one is done. I got it from there. Okay. Then it's the player board. Okay. Oh, that's right. This as well. So I get 1 point for being the farthest. There we go. That's it. Nothing else. Then the player board. I get 2 points for this. And then I get a tool and idol. So I'm going to move my idol up here. And I get a tool. It was here, and then I get to draw a card. There's no card to draw, so I have to shuffle. And then that's it. So I draw a card, and then I draw 5 cards because it's the end. So, okay, and then I draw 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Okay, so we refresh everything. Whoop. Hup. So we've done this. We go here. So all these cards go away. We go to the bottom. And then the level 2 ones come out. So we have Mortar and Pestle, which is quite good. 1 food for to draw a card and 2 tools. Horses, you discard a card to place a camp and move twice and a point. Bone beads, 1 food for 1 of these and kill an animal. Weaponry, you get two tools, and then the other player loses 2 points and gets 2 tools. Pottery is you discard a card and get 1 of these and a point. And then tusks, 1 food to reveal an animal, take an animal, kill an animal. Too bad. Now these are available as well. So let's take a look at what they do. Okay, this is 1 point for every 2 spaces. And then this one is for killing as many of those type of animals, which I don't even have one of those animals. Same thing, I don't even have one of those animals. And this one is gain 2 points for each megalith of your player color placed on a higher level. So it has to be your color, can't be gray. So at this point, that would give me 2 points. All right. Anything else? I need to refresh. Yeah, 2 more animals. Short-faced bear. Short-faced bear. This one goes to the bottom, and a new one is revealed, which is one of these cards. These cards are shuffled together with these. 3rd round, and the nomad will be first again. Yeah. I'm gonna be completely destroyed. I'm playing really badly. I mean, I like this, but I don't think it's getting me anywhere. Okay, first one. Going hunting again. Alright, so reveal an animal, take an animal. So it's gonna take this cave lion. Top one. So yeah, the positioning is important apparently. Where are these upside down? Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna reshuffle these because apparently the ones that I used before are the all wrong way around. And then top deck an animal. Dire wolf, don't have yet, which is actually good. It's to my advantage if the nomad has as many different animals as possible because it lowers the point total. Alright, so that's their turn done. My turn. So, culture cards wise, I only have 2, which is kind of good. Because I could use my Bison Aurora and get rid of both of them for 4 idols. But I'm not going to do that yet because I know I have a lot of idols coming. So I can use one for free. And I think it's going to be the altars that I'll use for free. So I'll spend 1 tool to place one of these. It's interesting. If I put it here, I can reveal an animal and take one. Oh, I forgot to get the animal stuff. So I was supposed to get 2 food. Right? I don't think I gave myself the food. But I'm maxed out. It is totally irrelevant. Alright, so honestly I'd rather kill an animal, but that's not an option. I could do this though. Get an idol and or get 2 cards. I'm gonna get 2 cards. Tribesman and Navigator. It was really not worth it. Or at least not as much as I was hoping to. So it's discarded. And then I could do Communal Feast, but there's no point in doing so. I could play my Bison Aurora to get rid of it and get 2 2 idols to go up here. You know what? I'll do it because otherwise I'm not using it anyway. I'll have to play it in the next phase, I guess, not this phase. Alright, so that's this phase done. Now, the next phase, I play a person and then play cards. Now, I could keep going down the... Oh, before I forget. And now I already have 1, 2... oh. 3, 2, 1. Now I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. So I need to go to the outside. And that would cost me tools, but I only have 1 tool. So I don't think it's time yet to go painting. I need tools. But what am I good at? Okay, so I have 1, 2 for the mountains. And some people in general. But these 2 combined are really good. And I have a ton of food. I should actually go and go to the mountains for sure. Okay, so no hesitation. If I use this guy, I can just go use this guy to go to the mountains. Here we go. Let's go there. Where did I put my other guy? Okay, here. So I use his ability. So that's 1. Oh no, I'm not going to use his ability. Okay, so I have the Navigator. The Navigator will give me 1 labor and a tool. So that's already good. Then isn't there someone who gives me 2 tools? I use a tribeswoman. She will spend 1 food to give me a tool. There we go. And that's a 1.5, so I'm at 2.5. I'll play the brave, which puts me at 5 labor already. So at this point I'm gonna stop for a second. 5 labor and 3 tools. So I could build a... Oh wait, these are reset. I could build something here, because then I'll be next to the volcano, and I get points for the camps that are still here, because there's going to be a lot of them, because I'm going to build something. So, I have 5 labor and 3 tools. So, 1. If I want to build here, it's going to be like this, right? So this is 1. So I need 1 here. So this is 1 labor, so I have 4 left. 3, 2 labor left. 2 labor, and I still have all my tools. So I'm going to spend all of my tools to put out... That's a bit too much, maybe. To put out 3. Because I shouldn't put them out at all. Because if all of them come back... I'll do 1 to place 1. Yeah, to place 1. So I had 5 labor. So this is 1. This one was 2, 3. I still have 2 left, so this guy can move twice. How about 1, 2 to give myself a point? Yeah. Yeah, okay. 1, 2. If I play another tribe, so I can move one more time. So in that case, it could be 1, 2, 3. And what does this guy do again? For everyone in the middle. So I like that. Okay. So in this case, I'll use this as well. All right. So to double check this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I went 1, and then 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. Okay, cool. I spent 1 tool to bring out 1 camp. And these 3 can build 1. But what happens if you build with your guy though? Because does he go back to the beginning? Yes, he does. So I go down, spend 3 food, and then these go back. This one goes back. And then this one is placed here. So they are overlapping, which is maybe not the best idea. Maybe we would better put it here. Because wait a minute. There was one here, and there was one here. And he was here. If I remove the 6, instead of here, if I put him here, I could build something here, which is better. So I'll put him here, and these 2 are removed. And he goes back. There we go. That way I'm neighboring him, and also doing this. But then to activate those things, I have to have a camp there, or just automatically. Three, 2, 1. I need to have somebody there. Okay. So this moment I would get 2 fish. I would get 4 points thanks to this. Okay, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. All right, so then I go down, and then I get to place a camp and move a camp. So I'm gonna get 3 points then, I guess. Place a camp and move a camp. Unless I just go there again later. I don't think so. So he's just gonna go here. Well, yeah, he's just gonna go here. Whee! All right, that's done. Back to him. These have all been used. Yeah, second turn. So develop. You will get a stone depending on the arrows. So I'll take this one away, which is too bad for me because that would have been 6 points actually. But can he pay for it? Yes. 1 tool and 2 food. So 1 tool and 2 food. Can she pay for it? Sorry, I keep forgetting. And then she'll take one of these. So let's take the weaponry, which I don't really care, to be honest. And then top deck an animal. No. Ugh, one of the blue ones. It's just 2 now. Okay. Third on, back to me. So most beneficial is here. But if I go here, I'm going to need tools. I have 2 tools, so that will allow me to get 2 gray ones, which would activate this, but it's not really worth it. But I could do this, which would get me 2 cards, one from here and one from here to my hand, and also lock up this one. And then with the rest of the stuff, I could do the bottom. I could actually finish almost all of it if I go and paint. But then I don't really have the people to paint, honestly. Because I have 1 that I could activate. Basically, I just have 3, and then I've used all my cards. But I would get 2 cards in return. Well, actually, just 1 card. So if I go here and initiate, I'll be able to get these to my hand, as many as I want, which is probably better. But once again, I don't get any bonuses for this. But I do get to bury 2, which put me up to 5. Yeah, I think I should go for the bonus here. So I'm gonna spend 2 tools. So I can get a painter. But then if I don't have tools, I can't do the top. So that is not good. There's no way for me to get to tools, is it? Killing these guys doesn't really help either. I think I should go and paint just to get that bonus. Because that could give me a bunch of stuff. Alright, I'll go and paint. But then it would be better to just get someone to paint, no? If I get a painter here. But that should just give me more... so annoying. I could get a stone. But then none of the stones help me. The best stone has been taken by him. Her. No, I'm just gonna paint, I guess. Yeah, I'm gonna paint. I'm gonna paint. So let's see what I'm gonna use. I can use one of these for a cyan. Then I can use, I'm gonna use up my 2 tools. So I'll do this one for sure. It's 1. And 1. There's my 2 tools. And then I have 1 cyan. Because one of these. But if I use these 2, I'll have 3. I'm not going to do these 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Then draw as many lines as I want. Which brings me to here. So I can get 2 cards. So with that, I will get... And honestly, I don't like any of these. I don't. They're only good for the bottom. They really are only good for the bottom. Okay, my painter's not worth anymore. Trailblazer. Yeah, Trailblazer. Then one of these. This one maybe. Tusks. Okay. And then these go away. There's a last turn. Over here. First this one. To the right and then bottom. So it's going to be this one, I guess. Or this one? Maybe this one. No, this one, yeah. Draw 1 idle. And then bury a card. And then 2 more. Oh goodness. So this, so it's 2, 3, 4, 5 points. And then I get 3. And then this one, once again, bottom and right. So left, and then bottom, be here. Oh wait. No, idle, yeah. Top deck an animal. This one, that's the third. Okay, done. My last turn. What am I gonna do? So these are my options, right? These not only this one. It's the only guy I can play. So I think I should rest and play him here. So I'm gonna rest. I am gonna draw a card. I don't want a dog. Okay, kind of useless now. And then I am going to not take this one, but take the next one. Reveal an animal and take an animal. No, might as well take the dire wolf. Although killing these are more interesting. Yeah, I'll take a short-faced bear, potentially to kill it. No, I want the stuff. Okay, so I'll go to the bottom again. And then I get to kill an animal, which will be, how many cards do I have now? 1, 2, 3 only. This is gonna kill me. Just 20 points. Because this is the moment gives me 8 points. But he's gonna remove the. Yeah, he's gonna remove. The bottom one, which is to my advantage, I think. But then even then, at the moment, I'm only going to get like 8 points of this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Kill an animal. If I do this, I take points away from myself there. So I need to do this guy. So the dire wolf is dead. But in that case, I'm not going to take the dire wolf. I'm going to take the short-faced bear. So I can take a card. Which will be Trailblazer. And 2 food. Yeah. And then that is it here. End of all the turns. Now I think I'll win. Well, I do win because it has half, and I have 1, 2.5. So I win. So I flip this. So I gotta place one of mine. Here, the only thing I need is 1 more gray. So none of these are helpful. Because the idols are most helpful. So I'll do double idol and bury a card, which will be, of course, one of the basic ones. There we go. And then next up is pile cards from my card here. So I will get to place I get to move one of my camps and get a point. So I can actually move this here. Actually, no. There's no real point to moving it anywhere. I'll move this one here, whatever. And I get a point. 16. This goes away. And then animal cards, so I get 2 food. Then paint boards, so that's a lot of stuff. First of all, I get a tool, and I get to bury a card. Then I get an idol, and I get a barrier card. Which will be the napper, whatever. So I've done this, get 2 food, but I cannot, but I can do that later. This can actually be signed, but it's useless, so I don't get anything for it. So I can basically place 2 camps and then move 2, which is sad because it takes away my points. But anyway, so I place 2, and then move 2. So actually I could do could do 1, 2 to activate that one. This one activates river spaces. Yeah, so this one would give me 2 points actually. So yeah, 1, 2. And then I get 2 food, which pushes me up to 9. And now actually I can take it. I can take it. Because that's it, right? If it's my turn, I can take Ceremonial Ground. And then my turn in the Eclipse phase. Okay, so I'm going to take one of these 2 for sure. Anyway, back to here. I think I've done everything now. Yeah, so that's done. Then terrain tiles. So let's start here. I get 2 food, but that's maximized. I get to place a tile. I should have taken more advantage of that. There's nothing else that influences this, right? There's a torch, but I cannot get a torch, so I will get an idol. So go to here. I have this one, but that just means I get 2 points, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2 points. Then I have this one, but it only gives me 1 point. And then I still have this to do. Oh, and I get a fish as well, so you never know. Take one of these cards, put it in my discard. How about the Trailblazer? Yeah. So you got to play this. Can get a card. I think I should do this. Double idol and bury a card. So double idol, just 1, 2, and bury a card, which will be the navigator. Actually no, because he still gives me a tool though. Could also be from my hand, right? The communal feasts. Oh, no, wait, no, because I can use the Bison Aurora for that, to the max, actually. Well, I guess it's going to have to be a Trailblazer. Yeah. How many do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that gives me the max points, potentially. Okay. So that's what I did there, right? Double and then that, okay. Those are drain tiles done. Oh no, I have this one too, so that gives me just 1 point again. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Then the player board. So 2 points still only. Tool and idle. Although, yeah, an idle and then draw 2 cards. Or I could not draw 2 cards and just get 2 idols to try and catch him. So I get two idols. The chase is on. The heat is on. Alright, so that's everything that I've done. And then I get to choose one of these. So I have 3. So it's 3, 6, 9. That'd be 10 points. Yeah. Well, this counts, right? 11. If I do this one, I have 9, 11. So no matter what happens, I have 11 points. And he's already taken 10. So this basically just gave me 1 point. There's not much more that I could do, because if I don't take it, he'll get 15 points. And it's going to be very difficult to top that. So I will do Earth Worship. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'll just take Sun Worship. At least that's 100% correct. 9 to 11. Yay. So there's just instant 11 points. So that's 33. I'll remove it. This is also removed. This is now gone. That is me done. His turn. He buries a card. Her turn. Her turn. Her turn. Then the terrain stuff. So gets an idol up almost at the top, right? It said the heat is on, but it's almost there. Oh, and I forgot to give her 2 points there. Alright, so there's that one. I guess 1 point here. Nothing there. Nothing here. This one is for everything in the middle, so that would be 2 points. Yeah, 2 points. No, so it's 5 points because it's next to it. Yeah. That's it terrain-wise. So they both go back. Then board-wise, she gets an idol and a tool. And 4 points. So that's 77. And that's it. Yeah. So then my turn. So up, last round. These go away. Oh, they stay. Actually, they just replenished. Oops. Up. So warrior rights, 1 tool, pretty good. To move a camp, place a camp, move twice and get an idol. Food, draw a card, kill an animal and bury. It's also good. Fish drying, get 4 food. And the other one's gonna get it as well, minus 2 points. And stargazing. 1 tool for one of these. I only have 1 left. Which is annoying. Because it means I won't be able to get the points there. Unless the other one does it. Okay. So everybody comes back. I get 5 cards. So that's 1, 2, and then 3 more. Animals do not get replenished. This is flipped over. Oh, nice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These get shuffled. I think that is it for the final round of the game. Okay, so I said I wanted to get to the idol, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get there. Alright, let's first look at the culture cards. I have 4 culture cards to choose from, but nowhere to put them. Alright, put like this. So obviously the paint is not very useful. Horsehair brushes is actually, because that is the last one I need to complete everything. Red clay paint is not useful at all. Tusks, I guess, for moving the camps around. That will be good. Communal feast is not good. So I'm just going to do tusks for now. So spend 1 food. And then reveal an animal, take an animal, and kill it. So I'm going to take this one, a short-faced bear, and then I can kill one of these three. I'm going to kill the short-faced bear, so I get one food, but I get one of these in my hand, which I guess will be another trailblazer, just to do all the camps. Get points there as much as possible. Yeah, another trailblazer, why not? Okay, so that's done. Because I've got my eye on this one here, which I have enough to buy, and I already killed 2 of those short-faced bears. So to get that, I have to do this, which means I also have this, which I'm not really interested in at the moment, but we'll see. Okay, so then I get to, well, I'm not going to do anything with these. Then I get to play stuff, but if I play my Bison Aurora now, I can basically get 6 idols. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I need to get 2 more idols to basically beat him. So I can also not go there at all, but go here, which would give me an extra idol, which is a 7th, and then I'm just 1 point away of 1 idol away of getting there. But I don't have anything here that gives me an idol. But I know what to do. Okay, I know what to do. I'm going to do a second one. I'm going to do horsehair brushes. Oh, no, it doesn't give me that. Sorry. I thought it gave me a torch. A torch would then give me an idol. But no. I don't really have anything that gives me a torch. No. It doesn't work. Where can I get an idol? Here, but then I can't use it. I have to wait a turn. And if she gets an idol, then I am screwed. There's nowhere where I can get an instant idol anyway. It's only here, and that's it. Killing an animal, no idols. I like killing the sea cow though. I should have killed that to get more fish. But I can play this at any time, so potentially I could buy one, then play it, and then discard it. I think I'm going to do that. Because I think it says you can play that at any time. Anytime. Yeah. So, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go here. And then I need to pay, so I'll use the Brave and Painter, because to get it there, 1.5, 1.5, 3, 4, which is enough, and keep the rest. So 4 to get 1 card. I can get more cards, but I don't really want more cards. Maybe I do, because at the moment I have 4. I only need 2 more. But I don't have that many actually, so no. So just 4. And I will get stargazing. So there's 2 left. Maybe I should get it. So I can still, whatever I take, I can still use it next turn then. Like draw a card, kill an animal. Because right now, I want to go hunting as well. This is suddenly really good as well. 2 points for every 2. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 5 points, potentially even more. So I want that one now. So I should get as many as I can. So I'm going to spend another 3 trailblazers. Sorry, 2 trailblazers. Because it's 1, 2, 5, 6. Alright, so 6. Get 2. So I got 1. Doesn't really matter which one. I'll get The warrior rights come in handy later on. Okay, that's done. Then I go down and I spend 2 food, 1 tool and 2 food to get this one. There we go. And then I play the Bison Aurora, which means I can discard one of those cards, culture cards, for 2, as many as I want. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means I can go up to 10 spots. But let's do 8 first, just in case. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the top, and also 10 points. So 43. That means I now have the top amount of points here. Where did I put it actually? Sun Worship. Because I can't bury cards anymore. But that's okay because I had 7 anyway. And then if I do another one, I'll reach the top. But if I keep this, I'll get one eventually anyway, I think, from somewhere. So I'll just do these 4, keep this one. So all these are discarded. And then I go down, and I get a tool and 1 food. Actually, I can only get 1, never mind. So this is what I have left. My turn is finished. That turn. They'll go where I'm going, so they can't. So they go to the left. Initiate again. So I'll take one of these cards. They'll take the horses, and then they'll place a tile, their last one, to the left and then up. So it can only be here. So they will get an idol, and they'll bury a card. It's good for me actually, because if I now am able to use this one, I can go on top of there, which would be 2, 4, 5, 6 points. Okay, back to my turn then. So I'm going to play the warrior rights because I can. So it allows me to place another camp and then move camps 2 spots. So I have this one here. I have more than enough food. So I only have like 2 that I can spend to actually move around. But I could spend the chief looking hand though. Then I could get an extra card and get up to 3, which means 3 movement alongside the 2 movement I just had. That's 5 movement. And this one's already here. So I could potentially put something here. Oh, I did this. Not allowed. This one has more experience. So this gave me 2 points, did it? So I'm not supposed to get that. So it's kind of stupid moving in there. Anyway, so I could put a... Where would I put my last village? Maybe here. Because that would be 1. And then 2, 3, 4, 5. That will work. And I can put my last village out. And that would just give me some fish though. Oh, if it's here, right? Give me an idol and a point. Alright, so I'll put this one here. That's my first movement. This is my... Actually, I don't even need to move this one. I can just move my ship. So that'll be 1, 2. So that's what it said, right? This one. And 1 idol. So up. So this is played. And then I have to go somewhere. So I'm going to use my chieftain. And I'm going to go here. So I'm going to spend 1 tool and 1 food to get another trailblazer and bury, but that does nothing. And very important, I can actually use food to move people even more. So I don't even need to use all my trailblazers. I can just use these at the end. So I'm going to build 1, so I need 3 food. So I can use 1, 2, 3, 4 food purely for movement, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend 4 food for movement. Although I'm eyeing this one here to do this again my next turn. No, I'm going to stick to the plan. Okay, so 4 for movement, right? So I need to do 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2. 1 and play 1 Trailblazer, and then they're in position. Then I go down. I spend 3 food. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can actually I'll keep my Trailblazer and spend my last food. And put this one here. These 2 go back to my board. And this one goes back to the beginning. Actually, let's just say I use this one anyway. It's better for my volcano. And then place a camp and move a camp. I think I'll just move my boat to here, so then I can get double fish later on. I also just move him away, but it's fine the way it is. Okay, that's me done. Second turn for the nomad. I'm going hunting. Up. So reveal animal, take an animal. So they want all of them. So it's gonna be the cave lion. And I think they have 4 now. Yeah, 4. Cave lion is done. Boo. And then top deck, which is a terror bird. And then they'll take one of these cards, which is on the right bottom. So, and if there's nothing there, they take something else. Oh, the next one probably. Yeah, it's just the next one in the order. So, where is it? Oh, it's not. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. They bury a card. Ah. She buries a card. Okay, done. My turn. My last turn. So I could rest, which gives me 3 points and would allow me to move 3 camps around. 3 spots, which isn't that crazy. Just give me an extra fish, for example. 1, 2, 3. That stuff like that would happen. But by resting, I could do this as well, which basically allows me to spread out my camps more. I don't really want that, right? Because I am next to the volcano. But of course, I could do. These are 3 movements, so 1, 2, 3, which means you activate this, which is the inner ring. Then I have 2 more. So this is the inner ring. So 1, 2. So then there's like 3 points. It's not too bad. Plus this is 6 points actually. Is there anywhere else where I can get more points? Like if I take this, I only kill 2 of them. So that's not going to be good enough. This is not going to be good enough. No and no. So that's not going to give me points. I need 1 more of these, but I have that locked down. That's fine. But I need food actually. I need to kill an animal. I need to kill. Because it'll give me lots of points. Way more than what I'm thinking about now. And cannot place anything anyway. I have an idol regardless, so I should build up my tools and food. Oh, but I can only kill 1. I can only kill 1. Why can I only kill 1? Because these 2 are not that fantastic. I can reveal 2 more and maybe it's more interesting. But it's 4 food is like the max. There's 2 food here. 1, 1, 2, 4. 3, 4. 2, 2. 1, 1. It's not really worth it. I reckon I can get a lot of food. Placing my disc for 2 food. No. Gambling on 2 fish. Doesn't seem too smart. Oh, I still have to do this. Oh, I forgot to do that. No. So should I go paint? I can't paint anymore. No. Oh my god, I forgot that. No. There's no way I can do that. I don't have tools. There's no way I can paint. Nowhere gives me the ability to paint. Oh, I'm screwed. I'm screwed, I forgot that. It's too much to just focus on. It's too much to focus on. I'm spending all my food just to place that one guy there. Probably wasn't worth it. Probably wasn't worth it. Seeing as I did this. Oh, actually, I'm supposed to get one. I don't think I did. Not that it matters, because none of them was going to give me anything useful. Even if I go there, it's just going to give me tools with no use. But I don't know if I got it or not. Whatever, it's not going to make a difference. Okay, so I either need a lot of tools or I need a lot of food. These guys only give me tents, which are useless because none of this gives me, well, this gives me food. So I'm going to get 2 food for sure. So I guess if I kill some animals, going hunting. Too bad they don't give me anything at the end of the game. They'll give me something during the eclipse, but it's also food. Oh, they'll both give me 2 food, yeah. Sure. So 2 food plus 2 food is 4 food, so that's 4 points. And then if I take the giant beaver, no. I should take the direwolf and kill him. Or go for the stutter sea cow. Yeah. Is it stupid though? It is stupid. I should just, I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna rest. Boom. I'm not gonna take this token. I'm gonna take the next one. Oh, brilliant. Well, brilliant and not brilliant. So of course I use this. I'll put it. If I put it on top, I get 2, 4, 5, 6 points. If I put it here, it's just 2 points. Yeah, we'll see here. So it's 6 points. So 41 to 47. And then, since I'm resting, I could draw a card, but it will not be of service anymore. Although I could put it in there, so could put it in my pile, so that could help. I can kill an animal, so I'm going to kill the dire wolf to get 4 food. I can get a card. Instead of a card, I could get that, but I'm not going to do that. Even though they give me a point. This could be... What could this be? I don't even remember what it could be. I'll take a card, and I will regret it most likely. Yes, I will regret it. Damn it. Okay, so all these are my pile for the last part. Okay. Hunting again, but that is covered though. So they'll go hunting anyway because everything is covered regardless. So hunting. So that will be reveal an animal, take an animal. So they will have to check. So they'll take the dire wolf. She will take the dire wolf. Then top deck an animal, a horse, which is now maxed out, just 2. And then top deck, which is the bear. Is it the 3rd one? No, it's the 2nd one. 3rd one, yeah. And then take a card, will be the fish drying. There. Okay, that's done. And then we reveal, but only once. Of course, I will have the most. So I can put that, but obviously I cannot put that. So I guess I can choose one of the lower options. Which will be a tool. Okay, then I have to check pile cards. So this is berry, but berry is useless because I don't use it anymore. So I can move 3 camps and I get 3 points. So first of all, 3 points, so that's 50. And then I can move 3 camps. So the idea was this, right? 1, 2, 3. So this is activated as well. Okay, so they're all gone. Then it's animal cards, so that gives me 1 food. And then cave painting. So I get another tool, I get another 2 food, I get an idol. So yep. Berry does not happen. I get to place 2 camps and move 2 camps. So basically all my camps are out. Okay, now is the point that I'm going to check. Do you have to do that? Is it necessary or can you? Yeah, gain the benefit. So I guess I have to. I can't choose a lesser benefit because that benefit is not on there. So, and then move 2 camps. I don't really see the point in moving them anywhere because it's not going to affect me in any way. Yeah, it's just like 1, 2, I guess, makes no difference whatsoever. Alright, and then you have this, which is absolutely nothing. No. Sadly. Alright. That's the cave painting done. Then terrain tiles. It's okay. I get an idol, which is a point. Then I get a point. Then I get a fish. This one. Okay, I get to take 1, it doesn't matter. Just put 1 in the discard. So that's the fish done. And it's an elephant, so I can get mammoth. I get another 1. Point and food. So technically 2 points. So this area done. I get 2 food. I get a monolith, but it's a megalith, but I can't do the megalith, so I can do something lower. Food is not necessary. I'll take a tool. A torch. I can't get a torch, so I get an idol. Just another point. Then here is another fish, which is a megalith, but then I'll turn into a tool. Another fish, which is 2 points, and that means that we have to shuffle. But does it happen instantly or at the end? Yeah, everything has to be mixed. Oh, all right. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, because no one's gonna get another fish anyway, so it doesn't matter. Then for this, I get nothing. For this, I get a point for everything in the middle. So 1, 2, 3 points. And then does a mammoth double that? I don't think so. No, it doesn't matter. Alright, and then I'm farthest, so it's 1 point, and I have 1 here. So it's another point, so it's 2 points. Those are all the terrain hexes. Then the player board. So I get 2 points for here. And I get 2 points for basically this. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it's 10 points. Puts me on 73. And then I get a tool. I get 2 idols, which is 2 points. And then I get to draw 3 cards. But won't do that. I'll just do 3 idols, which is 3 points. So 1, 2, 3. So I'll take the dogs away. They were not really used anyway. Okay, so that is all for my player board. And then their turn, they draw a card, which means they will bury a card. Then terrain-wise, nothing, nothing, nothing. It's all blocked. Blocked. They still get this, which is 2 points. Yeah, that's it terrain-wise, because they hardly built, they hardly activated anything that way. Then is their board. So 1 tool, 2 idols. So 1, 2. Also get 4 points. So 83. And that's it. Alright. That's the end of the game. Finish. So let's do final scoring. Dun, dun, dun. It's been a long time. Final scoring. Okay, first of all, the offering track. So I get 1 point for everything here, so 10, so it's 15. So that is 93. This way. Then for him, he gets 1 point for every 4. So he has 1, he has 5, so he gets 1 point. Alright, then the honor track is here. So I have the highest. So how many did I bury? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I get 15 points. So that is 108. I can flip it over. 108. I don't need to see the points to flip it over. Okay, 108. 108. Offering track for him. I think he's got more than 7, so I think she should be perfectly fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, okay, whatever. So 10 points for that. So 94. Tribe and culture cards. So basically take all the cards and then add the points. Yeah, so nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 points. So that's 126. And then only count this pile, not the sacrifice pile. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 14. 108. I'm definitely going to lose because of the animals. Non-tipped animal cards. But in this case, this does nothing for me, but it does for the nomad. Let's see if there's anything else. Anything scoring wise? I don't think so. No. Cave paintings, there is. Final scoring is the longest line. Now it would have been amazing if I had done this last one, but I forgot about it. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that dot matter? Let's take a look at the example. It matters. Okay. So I guess from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points only. So 135. Otherwise it would have been 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 25 actually for the last part. Which is 24. 24. Yeah. 25 actually. It does count. No, 24. 24. Huh. So basically, I could have gotten an extra 15 points. Okay, let's remember that just in case. The Nomad doesn't get anything for endgame scoring for that. And I think Ancestor says nothing, right? Alright, so Nomad gains points for leftover food and tools, did that. Points on their position on the honor track, did that. For points from any culture cards they buried, did that. Sets of animal cards. So basically, I need to use this card to see how much they score. But they will pass me for sure. Okay, so 4 yellow ones. So that's 10 points. So 118. 3 blue. 6. So 124. 2 gray. 5. 129. 2 pink is 3. 132. 2 green is 3. 135. 2 gray, which is another 5, so 140. And then 2 blue, which is another 5. So 145. So if I had an extra 15 points, I would have won. But of course, that means it's another action that wasn't taken. Okay. Wow. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes. Without editing, of course. And of course, the explanation, if you normally play, might not be there. But wow. Okay. Crazy stuff. So this is everything in there. First of all, I'm not a fan of these, but I think I played them wrong. I think you're supposed to play these guys during Eclipse and not during the regular game, during the regular phase, because they're much more powerful during the Eclipse. Then you can get a bunch of stuff and points. And then of course it makes these actions less powerful. But I played this mostly for the different modules, right? So I think, of course, the first time I'm playing, I think the modules that I like, first of all, that I dislike in solo play are these. This is the, it's not Aurora, it's the Ceremonial Grounds, because it gets too many points. I feel sorry. It gets too many points. You have to either get it quickly, and then you can no longer bury. So it's like, I'm not crazy about this. I think this will be good if you play with more people, right? But not solo. What else? We have the Mammoth. I think that's okay, but it's more like annoying people, I feel, because you're gonna want to send the Mammoth out. But I think there's so few spots. Well, not so few, but it's. I always want to use my move camp spots for my own. I mean, actions for my own camps, so I can try to get my villages on the board, so I don't use the Mammoth much. But I guess it adds a lot more competitiveness, or you'll just drag them towards you to get double rewards. I think in the first round, drag them towards you, double rewards can be huge. Third round, it becomes a nuisance because he's influence 3. So then you need to be strong. So that's why 2, 3, I was able to counter him. But in the end, I think it's okay. It's okay. Not too crazy. The landmarks are cool, but it kind of takes away. I wouldn't say it takes away, but it's a little bit difficult to do, because if you will need to get your camps to here, it's so far to go. So depending on what kind of points they have, but it looks cool on the board. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just also because everything is here together. I think it could be something that people battle over, though. Yeah. And then what else? We have the dogs, the companions. Wasn't really crazy about them. In the end, they just give you a tool. Basically, it is the regular guy plus a tool, which I guess is okay. But then you're giving up drawing an extra card. So yeah, and they're only good if you use them for that specific action. I guess they could bolster your strategy if you're going all hunting or whatever. What else do we have? It's basically the whole expansion here with the river. I think it's cool. It's also annoying to get to the other side. So suddenly these kind of points become much more difficult to get. These stones become a lot less useful to get. But in general, I like the fish a lot, to be honest. Like, you didn't see these ones, but what is this? 3 food, top deck an animal, tool and an idol, another monolith, 3 food again, and food and a card. So they're all pretty good to fish. Fishing is nice, right? So that's all pretty good. Yeah, I don't mind playing with that. Would I always play with it? Not necessarily, but to change it up, it's fine. I don't think it's a must-have, to put it like that. But it's cool to see the rafts go down and everything. It scores more points. And I do feel, like I said earlier, these landmarks, they do add to the... I can use my camps more to get points. You don't necessarily... I mean, I think you don't necessarily need to build these even if you want to just try to control points as much as possible. Although with this one, you don't want to get any of them on the board. I like this a lot. The drawing, I think, is really cool. Even though I messed up in the end, I think it's really cool. I would definitely play with that every time. Yeah, especially with other people. So this spot becomes available. What else? This special action card. It's pretty cool, but then of course it pushes you into a certain strategy because you want to get it out as quickly as possible, and then the fact that you can use it as much as possible. With the Lion Aurora, you're killing as many animals as you can to get new animals. Of course, the ones that you've tipped over, the ones that you get, you can't tip over again. The Wolf Aurora is all about where you're going to be, expanding, and the Bear Aurora is all about basically burying people. But also, these have all of the clans' faces and markers or whatever, but you can always just randomize them. You don't have to give it to those people's clans. What else was there that I added today? Different cards that were added, like the ones where you have the choices, like where other people get stuff. I think that might be used more with human players, because like the -2, okay, now the score was kind of close, but the first time I played, it really blew me out of the water. That's something to say about the solo though. In my first game, and you can check the playthrough as well, the solo player had maxed out the food and the tools, and then it's like every time they get food or tool, it's idle, 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 and they were top here, and it was madness, point wise. Blew me out of the water completely because they went hunting so much, got food so much. It was pretty crazy. These rest tokens, I will always play with them. I really like these rest tokens. They're pretty cool, and they're all decent. They're all decent. I think this one may be the least appealing to me. The other ones I like more, but yeah. Anything else? The animals, I think they say that you can mix them up. Like, I played with all of these now, but actually you can mix them up with the other one, because that means you either take the beaver, which gives you that, or you take the other pink animal, which gives you endgame scoring. So that way some animals will be endgame scoring, other animals will be eclipse powers. So I think that's good to mix them up. And then anything else that we played with that is or wasn't that interesting? I think it's fine. But which ones do I always want to play with? Okay, I always want to play with these tiles, for sure. That's what I really liked. I'll always play with the drawing board. And I think that's what they expected. That's why they made the space here. I think I'll always play with the basic guys, not necessarily these guys. The whole landmark and the rafting, I don't know. I don't know if I'll always play with it. Definitely not the first time. Because what I find annoying is it's very difficult to get to here. You really have to invest a lot to get to the other side of the map. But of course, if you play with more people, then somebody might have their camp here. They might have their camp here. So you're staying in your little corner. But then those tiles become so much less valuable. And let's say this tile accidentally ends up here, for example. Then it's much easier for players situated here to get the bonus of that tile than maybe for other players. So that might feel like, oh, but that might take it to make it a race. I don't know. I have to see with more people about that. Although I really, really like the fish. I like fishing. So yeah, I think that the other stuff is just add-ons. The Borealis, don't really care about it. These worship stuff, if you get it, you can no longer bury. I mean, I guess this is kind of good if you don't like burying in general. Then it's a good variation on that one. But yeah, I think that's it. I think I've spoken enough. I still absolutely love the game. It is super messy though, like this, and my table is extended to the max, so I will not be able to play with 4 players or 5 or whatever. I simply don't have the space for it. So yeah, I don't. Maybe I could. Maybe I could, but it'll be very tight. It'll be overlap for sure. But yeah, it is what it is. I love playing the solo, so I don't see that's a problem. I might play two-handed as well. See what happens then. All right, that's it. Although no, I think two-handed would be very difficult because then there's no bluffing for the eclipse phase. I think that's maybe a bit too difficult. I don't think two-handed is an option. And the solo player is fine. It is fine. There's no problem with it, I feel. All right, that's it. My name was Joachim. So many games to the time. I'm not looking forward to editing this, but it has to happen. So, see you next time. Bye.